for the zodiac signs. So we are going to start actually with partnered up people, and we're going to start with those air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And I guess I picked air because I'm a Gemini. And the deck we're going to use is the Light Seers deck. So I'm just going to go ahead. I've been shuffling this. I have everything ready to go. And I'm going to just give this another shuffle. And we are going to lay out the cards for this. So the first thing we're going to look at is what strengths are we bringing into the situation, and also what strengths are our partner bringing in. So we're just going to take a look real quickly at these. And it's kind of interesting in the strength realm. It's kind of surprising to me that this is showing up again. So we have the Seven of Swords. And I'm going to put the spin on this that, you know, in terms of a strength, it is you are able to discern when things are not quite going well, or maybe someone has a hidden agenda. And I'm going to point out again, we had this card very recently in a weekly reading. I'm going to point out again that the raven is calling the alarm. The raven maybe is your voice saying, hey, wait a minute, you know, we need to slow down a little bit and refocus our attention on each other and really talk things out, because that's what Swords is about. Swords is about our ability to communicate. Not just what we're thinking logically in our thought processes, but what's in our heart. And what I'm seeing here for a strength, specifically a strength, is that ability to, you know, sense maybe something is a little bit off, and it's time to have that hard conversation. And don't let things get to the point, you know, where it blows out of control. So your partner brings to the table the Three of Wands, which is that almost ready to leap. It's that I'm ready to step out and journey, take a journey. So perhaps your partner is kind of pushing a little bit that let's take a vacation. Let's spend some time together. Let's really think about what our next steps are. What I like about the Three of Wands is that it precedes the planning of the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands has got the map out. They're looking at their instructions. They're checking into VRBO. They're doing all of the planning, but the implementation is sort of waiting for the ships to come in with the Three of Wands. And there's a lot of power in this figure. You know, they've got the ability to transport themselves with this paddleboard. And then we've got the torches. They create creativity, that journey of what lights us on fire. So, you know, I think pairing that with communication, clear communication, the two of you are really ready to step to the next level and see where this journey is going together. All right, let's take a look now at the next thing I wanted to look about is maybe some challenges. And maybe we might see that where the Seven of Swords fits into this picture. All right, some challenges for you. I'm just going to cut this again so we'll keep it random. Some challenges for you. Another sword. So that's showing up in the air, especially. You know, I said this is air signs, that Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So it doesn't surprise me. We're getting some challenges. And then your partner, the Four of Cups. All right, let's take a look at this. Two of Swords. All right, the Two of Swords. And I'm going to hold this up so you can really take a look at this. You know, she's blindfolded, and she's rather being picked on almost by these two ravens. Ravens represent the swords in this deck, the Light Seers deck. But I don't see a lot of distress. Now, if we remember with the traditional tarot card, it's a person that's sitting blindfolded on a bench in front of a body of water with this, to me, always seems like enormously heavy, outsized swords. And there's a decision to be made. And the challenge here is to maybe quiet the chatter of those ravens. And I'm going to interpret the blindfold as going inward to your inner intuition and voice before you make that decision, whatever realm that might fall in for you. But a decision is imminent, and you must go in, trust your intuition, and listen to logic. common sense, and not let emotions sway you too heavily. And while you're doing that, the partner is in the Four of Cups realm. The heart and emotion is just sort of waiting. We've had the Four of Cups from a different deck recently, and you know, a lot of readers call this the boredom card. But to me, it's the don't miss the opportunity of all of the abundance and beauty available to us with the Ace of Cups. So we have the 3 cups in front of this person that are full and obviously there for resources and to tap into. But it's just that slight shift of perception that opens up the door for a beautiful abundance. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to have a sip of my tea. I hope you're enjoying your favorite beverage too. It's a teacup from my grandmother's collection from North Dakota. Anyway, let's get back to this and how these two relate. So you're kind of off over here really in your thought processes with the Seven of Swords and the Two of Swords. And again, these ravens are sort of playing a role of a bit of calling you out, a bit of harassment, perhaps with the Two of Swords, and then just that loud, you know, you're not going to get away with it. We're gonna bring this into the light, which I love. We had the full, it was the full moon reading. I think that we got this. Yeah, because I remember talking about the full moon shining the light on the situation, and you cannot hide from that. I mean, this is clearly coming out again in our air signs. So thought processes, getting clear with yourself, trusting your intuition, and understanding that your partner's got some patience with you. Both the Three of Wands and the Four of Cups are coming through for me right at this moment of just some patience. I'm here, I'm steady, I'm standing here. I've taken a pause. I know we're going to be great if we both shift our perspective a little bit, but I'm willing to wait. The partner is willing to wait while you sort some of these other things out. All right, let's see where we go with this. All right, that's the partnered up. So I think the third card that we're going to pull is going to be kind of a future card. And we're going to look at this in terms of what do we need to be working on right now to consolidate this, to make this partnership work. And I am going to just allude back to the fact that we got the Tower in this week's, the 9th through the 15th reading in the relationship realm. So I'm not going to say that there isn't on the table that a parting of ways or a really super shift in the partnership needs to happen. So let's just go ahead and pull that. What are we working on for the future card? For partnered up. Okay. Oh my goodness, I love it. And we're just going to pull this one card because now we're coming together in that partnership. Queen of Wands, and such joy, such leadership, such creativity, such abundance. The Queen of Wands to me is the strongest leader, female card in the deck. You know, she's not the soft, gentle, mothering empress, but she is just in her own joy here. And she's saying, okay, I'm your cheerleader. And someone in this mix needs to take the leadership role. And it may be the partner. I'm just getting this, even a color theme going here in the partnership. You know, just kind of that feeling that the partner is waiting patiently and is saying, okay, I want you to have the time you need to sort through some decision-making processes. And it may be as simple as, you know, where are you and I moving to next? What is the transition period between summer and fall? Are we planning out what we're going to be doing for this next year? All of those things are kind of coming to mind as I'm talking us through this. But I'm really happy to see the creativity of the Queen of Wands. She does not want you to feel like you are in a box. The Two of Swords can feel a little bit isolated and trapped. She does not want you to feel that way. She's got your back and she wants you to be creative. Don't look at this as black and white. The opportunities, as we said, with the shift the perspective to the Ace of Cups, which is all the opportunities of love and romance and friendship and all of the things that go along with relationships. So she's saying, don't put yourself in a box, be creative, really tap into your intuition and what lights you on fire. And that is really going to be the transition period that we're kind of feeling, you know, some shifting and changing here. With our Three of Wands. All right, we got 2 swords, we got 2 wands, and we did get the relationship emotion, 4 of Cups, which is okay to take the time. We don't want to rush into any decision-making processes, especially when we really are contemplating the blessings of this card. All right, that's what I have for Partnered Up. And I'm going to pull another card here. And don't forget, you know, that this air sign can be the other person from their perspective. So you might be a different sign. You might be earth, fire, and what? Yeah, earth, fire, and water. You might be that.